explained before, I'm giving away a lot of AVGN memorabilia, especially scripts. Lots of scripts that were the original shooting scripts from the episodes, as well as some Board James stuff, some, it's bullshit, things like that. And I brought them over here for Mike to autograph a lot of them, and it's really bringing back a lot of memories, isn't it?
Some of this stuff I actually haven't ever seen or I haven't seen since we shot, because usually James you'd print out the scripts and you would use them, because James does most of the filming, and we'd get a shot and then you mark off or cross off a shot, and that's usually you'd have the script and you'd be doing that. So a lot of times I wasn't looking too much at the script. Sometimes if I actually had lines, which was rare, I would have to look at the script. For Board James, a lot of times, like a Nightmare episode like that, I would actually have lines that I'd have to remember. But a lot of things we also did with improv, like some of the Bugs Bunny stuff. You just sit me in front of a microphone and you'd be like, "Okay, Mike, go," and I'd be like, "What's up, vagina, fuck, cock, motherfuck, fuck," and you'd be like, "Great, we're using that,"
Yeah.
But like some of this stuff, like this right here. This is the Friday the 13th Nightmare on Elm Street
scripts. Folder here, but we got them all organized. But we're going to go through all these one by one. But I thought it'd be cool to do an additional video here and just talk about the scripts and the notes that are on them, and it gives a little more insight into the filmmaking process and how what went on behind the scenes, basically.
I mean, this is Friday the 13th. This is the first video I was ever in as a character as far as the nerd videos. We did a video back in college that I was in called It Came From Beyond the Toilet, so we've been doing things long before that. But a long time, I've talked about this before, but I was uncomfortable in front of the camera. Like, I'm comfortable with it now, but like I didn't want to, be on camera. I think a lot of people are like that,
So you had the mask.
Yeah, so I had the mask, and I was like, if I have a mask on, nobody knows who I am. I'll do it, because I don't know, I didn't know what people would think and whatever. So.
And Nightmare on Elm Street, we both sort of played Freddy, because Freddy was kind of like, it was mostly me, but there were a few shots where it was you.
And this is the Nightmare on Elm Street one, But it's crazy, because I remember the first title card that I drew for the show was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle title card, and that was still at the point where I didn't know if anybody was even going to watch the videos. So I drew the title card, the first title card I ever did. I drew it, I scanned it, I sent it to you, and I crumpled it up and I threw it in the garbage because I didn't think anybody would ever care about it.
Like those early scripts, 2006, I didn't save. Like Ninja Turtles, like when I'm reading the, cow, a fucking piece of dog shit, this game is diarrhea coming out like
that's gone.
I was reading off of a piece of paper. That piece of paper, gone. So the only ones that survive, fortunately a lot have survived. I started saving them, I'm going to say late 2006.
So these are scripts from this first season. So these are like, there's all kinds of scripts, but there's not much probably from the first season.
Let's talk about like the marks and things that are in it. Anything you remember. Talk about whatever you want.
So we got Bugs Bunny's. Is this birthday blowout?
Birthday blowout.
Okay, I think I said it and you thought it was so stupid, but then we started laughing about it. It was the Bugs Bunny's birthday blowout, and then we're like, oh, more like Bugs Bunny birthday beating, and you're like, oh god, that's so bad. And then we started like laughing about how funny it was, and then we did it in the video, and it's in there. So I wonder if it's actually in the script. It's probably not in the script. Does it say birthday beating
That's
in here?
That's a good question. Let's see. What's up, cock? Is it? No, I know that.
Oh, there you go. What's up, cock?
And it's circled, by the way.
There you go.
All the shot numbers are written on the left, and if you notice, each storyboard has a shot number, so that's how you would match it along with the
Where would that be? Like more like Bugs Bunny's birthday beating? I think it's not going to be in here. It's probably an ad-lib.
Was it an ad-lib?
I'm pretty sure, unless I'm totally crazy.
It doesn't look like it is, no. So, that was an ad-lib.
See, those are things I remember, and from going through the script, and like, it's bringing back some memories of when we filmed it. The costume's really cheap, and I got off of eBay or something, and it didn't have feet. Bugs Bunny, he's got like big feet. So I was like, all right, how do I make feet? So I made feet, and so I bought clown shoes, and I painted the clown shoes to look like Bugs Bunny's feet, and I made a big effort to make sure I always had the feet on. And there's a shot in the video where I fall on the ground, you see my socks. Every time I see that video, all I can think about is all that time I spent making those fucking feet, and then my socks are sticking in the air. It drives me crazy.
One thing and going all the way to the
not that it matters, but like
going all the way to the Jekyll and Hyde movie trailer, the fake trailer.
Yeah.
Like I've learned that no costumes ever come with the full thing. Like, if there is any kind of costume where it requires some kind of special shoes or feet, they never come with them. You have to buy everything separate. You have to find like different pieces and match it all together to make what you're trying to do.
But also,
But anyway, look
a lot
through
of times, James, I know when a video is going to be some serious shit is when James breaks out the index cards and starts doing this.
Yeah.
This is the storyboard. James actually does storyboards a lot of times for the videos. I mean, the idea behind these is not to be super artistic.
No.
It's just a quick, like,
You gotta quickly draw them. You got so many.
what is the shot going to be? If you watch anything,
About
like
storyboards, yeah.
bonus features on things, they do. It's called an animatic, where you can
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes you can take just simple drawings. They can be stick figures, and you can do an animatic, which is just stick figure drawings or whatever, just simple drawings, so that you can see what the final product is going to be like before you actually go and film it.
Yeah.
Because you can figure out a lot of problems.
When you film the storyboards and then put it together as if like a rough version of the final video, just to get an idea of the pace and everything.
Right, and you did that for the whole AVG movie, I know, which was crazy.
Oh, it was insane. That animatic was the craziest thing.
He did like this 3-hour animatic.
It took like a couple years to do that animatic. That was before even shooting a single.
Nobody even knows about that.
Nobody knows about the animatic. Yeah.
All the work that goes into that. So.
But, it's funny. Like you look at some of these, and storyboards. These are for like organizing the setup. So if you have a bunch of shots where it's me in front of the wall, film every shot where I'm in front of that wall. Don't you film out of order constantly, because if you're constantly moving back and forth between setups, every time you move the camera, you got to move the lights. You got to move where the microphone is set up. You got to move everything. So.
And I will say, just for simple little storyboard things that you got like expressions going on. They're actually better than they need to be.
Yeah. Did you remember when because we filmed all the shots
The ball, hitting the ball on the...
Well, it originally wasn't a ball, apparently. Like if I find the story.
When we threw it,
It was going to be a bottle, apparently.
You got to throw a bottle on that?
I think what happened was we decided, we were like, well, okay, how are we going to throw a bottle without it actually hurting
Smashing,
you?
you got to hit a bottle.
So we ended up throwing a Mario, rubber ball.
Well, what we did, if you want to know the trick, we put the Bugs Bunny mask on a stick, and I was standing behind the door with the mask on a stick, and then James was throwing the ball at the thing. We had to throw it like 20 times or something, and then finally it hit it.
So like a lot of times these storyboards, you just write them on the side of the page. So you don't always have to do the index cards. It depends. It just depends from video to video why I do it differently, because each video is like a different situation. So like the Schwarzenegger Games episode I'm looking at right now, it didn't need that many storyboards. So for me, it was easiest just to write it along the side.
There's only certain sections of the video that are like filmed where a lot of it's gameplay.
Yeah.
So in that situation, you won't make it on the cards.
Yeah.
You'll just write it on the side of the script.
And usually when it's in boldface,